It is extremely important to keep your arteries clean and healthy, and this is totally dependent on some chemical reactions that occur to make sure that our arteries are nice and clean. Just like the pipes in your house. If you have too much calcium buildup, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The calcium will ruin the pipes in your house. It will clog up the pipes in your house. It'll ruin all the fixtures in your house, in the sinks, in the showers. And so if you have that, imagine what your arteries are like if you don't have the proper chemistry in your arteries. And this is what this video is going to be about, particularly making sure that there's not a calcium buildup in your arteries. Here is the background information that's very important to understand, is that when people have osteoporosis as they age, many people are simply taking calcium. A lot of times they're taking the wrong calcium, but that's for another time. I'll tell you right now, if you're taking calcium carbonate, that is not a good calcium. You want to take a calcium citrate. It's much more absorbable. But let's say you put a calcium tablet in your mouth, it goes into your stomach, it goes into your small intestine, and then it's absorbed into your bloodstream. Now it's going to go through the liver, but then the calcium starts circulating throughout your entire body in your bloodstream. So now you have calcium in your bloodstream, free floating. Then what's going to happen is your body needs to get that calcium out of the arteries and into your bones. That requires a specific nutrient called vitamin K2. If you eat the right types of foods or you supplement with vitamin K2, then the calcium is not going to build up in your arteries and form calcification. If you go to the doctor and they're going to do a calcium test on you, not in your blood, but they're going to do like an MRI or a CAT scan, and they see calcium buildup in your arteries, that's what they're looking for. So many people are actually taking too much calcium because, relatively speaking, it's just sitting in their bloodstream and not being absorbed because they're not supplementing with vitamin K2. This is very important because you don't want to be causing harm to your body by taking the wrong supplements. There is an enzyme called Natto kinase, and this is derived from the food called natto, which is a Japanese soybean. I don't like the taste of this Japanese soybean, so I'm going to be taking supplements to get the vitamin K2. Now, vitamin K2 is in other foods. However, natto is the most famous because it has the highest concentration per spoonful. I can't even stomach a spoonful. But this protease causes the calcium in your arteries to go into the bones. And it has been theorized that the reason why the Japanese have such amazing bone strength compared to other people in other countries is because of the amount of food that they eat that have vitamin K2. So osteoporosis is much less prevalent in Japanese cultures that eat more natto. So you've got this situation where you need to get the calcium out of the arteries and into the bones. This has a side benefit in terms of blood pressure. This is, I would say, number 2 reason you should be taking a supplement like this one here. I'll show you. This is the one that I take, and I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to look at that. The arteries, as they start to calcify, will stiffen, and this will increase your blood pressure. Now, as your blood pressure goes higher, then you will start to be more prone towards developing some type of cardiovascular event, such as a stroke or a heart attack. So by taking vitamin K2, it has been shown in double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials that it actually helps with blood pressure. So as part of your regimen to improve your blood pressure, vitamin K2 would be beneficial because it can help cause your arteries to become more compliant and thus lower your blood pressure. If you'd like to know more about how to lower your blood pressure naturally, then watch this video right here, and this is my complete guide of how to naturally lower your blood pressure.